Hello, YouTube. Hello, my beauty school drop-ins. It's JoviBeauty, and welcome back to the Jovi B show. Welcome back. So look, let me use phone. So look, my boo started school today, so we are officially back. It might still be some, but I'm back to our regular scheduled programming, I guess, because Abu got time. Abu been up since 5:30 this morning, dropped her off at 7, so we back on these early morning video flow. Oh, Andrea. So I would like, before we begin on the topic, please don't forget to like our station, like our channel. Please hit the bell notification so you'll know whenever we drop a new video. And follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm JoviBeauty on all platforms. So please follow, please subscribe, please do all of that good stuff. Yeah, like I was saying before, we're back. Please like this video. I see we only got 6 likes. We got 17 people in here. Like the video, we on that early morning flow. It is 10 in the morning, child. I haven't been on in 10 in the morning since before school ended. So now school is back in session. I guess we are just going to be back up to this early morning foolishness. Hey, Lord. Hey, Andrea. Lisa. Hey, Lisa. I ain't see you in a minute. Hey, Camille. Life. Hey, Lola. Hey, Jasmine. Andrea. All right. So look, I got an article. And y'all know I'm always with some dig on articles. So I have an article to read. Yesterday, we were doing some last minute school shopping. I have to go pick her up. It's half a day. You know, it's the first day of junior high school. Lord have mercy. So I got to pick her up at like a little afternoon. So we're going to run this for like an hour. But I really wanted to come on here and talk about this whole Jay-Z NFL situation and how we're looking at it. So let me get to this article. We're going to read this article. While I'm reading the article, y'all going to like the video. Okay, y'all going to like the video. Y'all going to leave y'all comments and tell me what y'all think about it. Okay, so I got this article from the Bleacher Report out this morning. Okay, NFL and Jay-Z can't buy social justice credibility without Colin Kaepernick. Okay, so Sean Jay-Z Carter was in the middle of a press conference with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell this week to announce their new partnership when Carter said something striking. He spoke about the movement started by Colin Kaepernick. We forgot that Colin's whole thing was to bring attention to social justice. Carter said, in that case, this is a success. This is the next phase. There are 2 parts of protesting. You go outside and you protest, and then the company or the individual says, I hear you. What do we do? I hear you. What do we do next? For me, it's like action, an actionable item. What are we going to do with it? Everyone heard. We hear what you're saying, and everybody knows I agree with what you're saying. In Kaepernick's underline message, that's in quotations. So what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? Help millions and millions of people, or we get stuck on Colin not having a job. Maybe those words sounded nice at the time, but I can tell you with certainty that Kaepernick doesn't agree with any of them, particularly the next phase part. Carter, whose Roc Nation entertainment company, entered an agreement with the NFL to help select performers at league events, as well as aid in the league's social justice efforts, doesn't get to plot what the next phase is. And these are my words. Without Kaepernick and Panther defense back Eric Reed helping to determine it. It's an odd thing to believe we can move forward on a path blazed by someone else without consulting the original trailblazer. Reed on Wednesday night blasted Carter, tweeting in part, they aren't mutually exclusive. They can both happen at the same time. It looked like your goal was to make millions and millions of dollars by assisting the NFL and burying Colin's career. That's the problem with what Jay-Z is doing. The NFL eradicated Kaepernick's career because he took a stand against injustice. And now Jay-Z is partnering with the people who destroyed it. Kaepernick showed he is a patriot. Jay-Z is showing what he is too, an opportunist. Ooh. There is many examples of how the league says it wants to fight for social justice and then does something anti-theatrical to add it. Perhaps one of the starkest examples is the decision of Dolphin owner Stephen Ross to hold a fundraiser last Friday for President Donald Trump re-election campaign. The fact that Ross, who heads the Roc Initiative in sports and equality, an organization dedicated to eliminating bigotry and ending racial hostilities, would host Trump is a little like a weapon. It's like a weapons officer on the Death Star saying he's not complacent in blowing up planets because he didn't build it. Like a lot of league initiatives, the NFL partner with Carter seems like more of a PR stunt for the league than any type of sincere move to battle racial and social injustice. Carter has known this. He's too smart not to, and he's also made clear his disdain for the league in the past. So what changed? Was it dollars bills? Was it dollar bills, y'all? Is Jay-Z just as transactional as the NFL he's partnered with? No matter the answer, the bottom line remains that the NFL can't have a legitimate social justice movement without Kaepernick. Okay, so now they give us some opinions on what, instead of partnering with Jay-Z, what the league should have done. Goodell should have held a press conference and apologized to Kaepernick and Reed. It's clear we made a mistake. Goodell should say, and on behalf of the league, I apologize. Give Kaepernick a budget of $50 million a year. That's about $1.5 million a team. Owners pay that to polish the rim of their limos. Okay. Let Kaepernick the money to address social justice problems however he wants. Let him do it for 5 years. Make sure Kaepernick has an unfeathered path back to the NFL to play if he wants to. But why would he want to go back to the NFL? Anyway, I don't understand why he would want to go back to the NFL. Thank you, Kaepernick. We ain't forgot. NFL, let the man work. Okay, so then they also show some tweets from celebrities. Anna Duvernay, whatever her name is, says, I'm still with Cap. Rapper J. Cole said, thank you, Kaepernick. We ain't forget. NFL, let the man work. I don't understand why Kaepernick would even want to go back to the NFL. This whole thing doesn't feel right, and it's in an obvious way. No matter how much money the NFL spends or the star power it rents, any of its social justice endeavor will seem hollow without the man who started it. So that's what it says. Can we get some likes? I appreciate y'all. Can we get some likes? Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm waiting to have surgery. Yes. Please send good thoughts and prayers out to Mahogany. She's been going through a lot. She's having surgery today, soon. So shouts out to Mahogany. Listen, I also listen to, I don't know exactly how I feel about this situation, okay? Because then I also listened to my son. Y'all know my son. If you don't know my son, he is a big social justice. He's from New York, not Brooklyn. I think he's from the Bronx. And he made a video on IGTV yesterday, and I started watching it a little while ago. And he's basically saying, like, why are people upset that everyone else makes money off of us? Everyone makes money off of keeping us down, putting us down. And if we can make money off of fixing our situation, what's the bad thing about it? And I kind of understand that. It's like, why? Like, he made an example that, like, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X died broke. Their families had to, like, struggle. Their families were struggling. Everything that they went through, they died broke. You know, people had to raise money for their families just so their families can get by because they lost their husbands. And about Kaepernick, I mean, it's NFL and Jay-Z situation that's going on. Oh, it says my connection is unstable. Why is my connection unstable? Okay. I'm not too sure about it. I guess we can dissect it a little in the comments, but I don't feel like Kaepernick got an undisclosed amount of money. Like, people were mad when he got an undisclosed amount of money as well, but it's not like he didn't say, keep your money. I want to be able, to do these things that were listed in, it's like, for you to be able to make some sort of change in corporate America or in certain places, you have to, I always say, you have to start from the bottom and the top. You have to start from people at the bottom doing something and people at the top being able to be in these rooms with people and do something about it. Because if there's no Black people in the room, Black people topics or the experience of Black people aren't going to be considered or even understood, So yeah, I understand, protesting and not watching. I don't really watch sports like that anyway, but protesting on all of those things, from the bottom. But we also should have people from the top, like look at these white supremacist rights. They have been, from what I understand, they're now trying to consider white men a protective class. How did that happen? These poor white people from the bottom, complaining and then they got a president in there again, and people, Congress and all of that, a whole bunch of white men who worked on legislation. I can't speak today, y'all. Hopefully we'll get back to normal. Legislation and things to change those rules and to make it that now freaking white men are probably more a protected class than, well, we already know us, and even damn on white women, which is kind of funny to me. But that should show, like, we can't just think we're going to struggle through it and make, and make some sort of change if all we are doing is hitting it from the bottom. I think we need to be able to come in from the bottom, from the top, from the middle, and be in there and be able to force change. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? I want to know what y'all think about that, because I've been doing school things lately and watching replays. Okay, Lisa. I was telling them on IG while I make up, I'm trying to go for my MBA next year, and I need to really get my GREs together. Hey, Toya. Feel better, ma'am. Colin loves football. That's probably wise. He'd go back. Yeah, okay. I understand that. Football players and basketball players, this is what they do. This is what they've been doing, and they love it with everything in them. I get that. But I think it's like getting fired from a job and it was unwarranted, and they gave you not a salary, a severance pay. They gave him a severance, and it is apparently a very big severance. It is so big, in my opinion, he can't even talk about it. I don't know how I feel about it. They made impact by, boycotting it and, offering Cardi B and, well, Travis Scott did perform, and all of these other people who they were trying to get to perform before they settled on Travis Scott, they made an impact. And now a Black man, the first billionaire hip hop artist, rapper, or whatever, is in these meetings. A Black man from the freaking hood. I know people don't like nobody. Because it's like, okay, because Jay-Z trying to make money. What's wrong with making money? Everybody else in this world makes money. And for some reason, we have an issue with any Black man who chooses to make some money. Like, everyone makes money off of our enslavement, off of our murders, off of our incarcerations. These people make billions of freaking dollars. So why can't we make billions of dollars as we fix the bullshit, as we are in a place to be able to say, you know what, I'm in here, I'm all up in this, and now I feel like, you know, we should have more initiatives to do this and do that and do this and do that. Because without that, y'all acting like the NFL was going to do something anyway. Like they're going to apologize. Like he said, they're freaking, a majority of them are Trump supporters. They're Trump supporters. What are you going to say? What are we going to do? So he loves football, but he's going to work for someone who is a Trump supporter, right? Most of us work for somebody in some sort of which way who is probably a Trump supporter. If you work for Papa John's, you work for a Trump supporter. Should you quit your job then when you got to feed your family? Like these white people in power make the rules. And if we can't get in power or be able to be in the room, to be able to affect certain change, or to be able to maneuver or have some control over what happens to people in our community, who do we expect to do it? Who do we expect to convince these Trump supporting Caucasians to let Kaepernick back into in the NFL if ain't no other black people in these meetings? Or to, you know, offer more money, to donate more money to the community, or have different freaking social justice platforms, or even just have a conversation with some of them to make them see the foolery in their freaking racist ways. Who's going to do it if there's no black people in the room? I don't understand. Maybe that's just me. Can I get some likes? I want to hear y'all opinion, because I talk a lot. Y'all know I talk a lot. And it's still early morning, child. Jay-Z said, I support you, bro, but my pockets come first. I don't think that's the case, Jeff. I don't know. I think why your pockets can't be important. I don't understand why we feel like, because to do something good, you have to be poor, or you have to make no profit. Even white people who do good shit make profit off of it, right? People shade people for selling merchandise, you know, for selling merchandise. So, you know, like people are supposed to take a loss or take a hit to just give away merchandise. People shade black businesses for freaking selling merchandise at a reasonable price and not giving black people extra discounts, aka taking a loss, you know, just because we're black. It's like a mental thing. We're black, so we're supposed to struggle. Like, really and truly, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King's families had to get donations for them to be able to take care of their children. Wife had to go and just do a whole bunch of shit because now her husband is gone, and their husbands are gone, and they died for us. Poor, broke for us. I don't know. North said, put yourself in a position to live better, not put yourself in a position to be pro-black while making money, helping your master's slave blacks. Well, honestly, I think the NFL period is full of, you know, but hey, black people need to start getting this money. We do. Once the world go around, sitting around being broke and acting like being broke is gonna fix something. I don't understand how. I honestly don't understand how. People don't listen to poor people. We know that. People don't listen to poor people. People don't listen to people with no power. Period. Like, what is the struggle got for us? What is the struggle got for? Even these white protesters, they got money. They make sure they have power. They make sure that they vote people in who will do things for their benefit, who have people in different positions that will do things for their benefit. Even on the YouTube, We spoke about this the other day. A lot of people who work on the YouTube and in not just the YouTube, Silicon Valley and all of those areas, they make millions of dollars, and they working on Google, making sure that anytime you put in black couple, an interracial couple come up. You know what I'm saying? Or anytime you put in black in the title of a YouTube video, you get demonetized or they strike your video, and they're in charge of creating these things. Like, if we don't have people who are in these positions to make a change in everything. This is not just about football, just everything. Like, how the fuck is it gonna happen if we don't have black kids who go to, people shit on black kids for wanting to go to Ivy League schools. But if we don't have black kids who are able to get the jobs at the Googles and the YouTubes and all up in the Silicon Valleys and making their own Googles, like not some bullshit, social media, no, some real Facebook sort of shit, not some bullshit, I made an app on whatever. No, kids who have the experience and shit, children, whatever, black children who have the experience that can pull a Facebook, that can pull a Mark fucking Zuckerberg out this bitch. How are we supposed to expect anything to grow up when we just expect and look down on you if you ain't basic as hell? That's like when people, talk about making fun of black nerds and black kids in school who actually do good in school, like trying to shame them. Oh, you trying to be white, or you trying to be why? Because they want to have something, they want to make something of their life, which can ultimately benefit all of us. Because like I said, if we're not in the room, we're not fucking considered. If we're not in these boardrooms, if we're not in these meetings, if we don't have the power to be able to do something, if you don't have power, you don't have shit. That's my opinion. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I'm with Cap all the way. Lola, I'm with Cap all the way. I'm not buying it. Sorry, I think Cap needs to be a part of it. They need to work together. But they might. I think they might. I don't know. It just was signed yesterday. We don't know what's the situation. It's like every time we get a black person or person in a position to get in the inside and help, greed takes over and they help the devil. That's true. The world is run by capitalism and money, and everybody wants money. Them damn elite people would never let Jay-Z be a shareholder in that large estate. He's going to find a way to bring more black energy into the NFL. The NFL is full of a bunch of black people at the most bottom level. At the bottom, the players. Hardly any coaches are black. Any of the people, that are really, all these black football players, but you hardly find any black coaches. You hardly find any black people, that work on the teams. You hardly find any black people in NFL offices. We need to get in there. I'm sorry. We need to get in all arenas of life, all businesses and different industries. We need to be in there, or else again, we don't matter. He knows our issues, and I think he will help fix the bullshit. That's Frost the avocados. I just had avocados this morning. I think so, because then we also have to remember half the time, especially when this whole shit started, even until recently, when Cap come up. See, I don't think people are going to be happy, because if it was Kaepernick, half of the people would say, like they say half the time, he ain't black. He only half black. And, but I don't think, I think we are so searching for a reason sometimes as black people in general. I'm not talking about, us in this conversation, but I think sometimes we just want some reason to just see some fucked up shit in us. Because like I said, if it was a Kaepernick shit, and it was Kaepernick that was in charge of stuff, it would still half of the people would be like, oh, well, he mixed, so it ain't, he ain't gonna really help the black people because he mixed. Even when he was kneeling and shit, it was still half of the black people was still like, well, he mixed, so now we got a whole black man in there with a whole black wife that don't actually need to sell out for nobody. They actually don't. The amount of money that Jay-Z and his wife got, honestly, they don't need to sell out for anybody. It's not like they so desperate for a check. These niggas own islands and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and still, it's a problem. I don't know. I think sometimes we just want a problem. I think sometimes we just want to see the worst in ourselves sometimes and always create and never, think we could actually do this, or someone can actually, want or work to like benefit us. Like it got to be a catch. Plus, who wants a 50-year-old still rapping, evolve, grow? That's right. I love Jay-Z. When he was at Webster Hall, I was trying to go, but I want him rapping. But then we'll tell celebrities and people to like, you have all this power, do something positive. And when they do, even y'all know I don't like no Cardi B, boy, but even her, she even spoke with Bernie and shit. Now listen, I don't need her to tell me who to vote for. I really don't. But there's a whole bunch of youth who follow that girl. I don't know why they follow her, but they do. Okay, they do. And they're going to listen to what she said. They're going to watch probably their first presidential debate discussion ever just because Cardi B is talking about it. And we know I don't like no Cardi B. So let me get some likes. Well, it's not like I don't like her. I just don't fuck with her. She ain't do shit. I don't fuck with her. We all have to remember, not all skin folk are kinfolk. Some people are fighting for self-righteous reasons. That is very true, Mahogany. But who's fighting? Who's fighting for the good reason? Could we find them? Because everybody seems to have a problem with everybody for any reason. Kaepernick is too light. He's mixed. Jay-Z is, I don't know what Jay-Z issue is. People don't like that he likes that he's a businessman. Who do we have? Who's supposed to be there? Al Sharpton? Jesse Jackson? Like, people are mad at the president, at Barack Obama, because he wasn't black enough. That he wasn't doing enough for our community. Then it was, well, I do think he should have did more. This president proved that you can like do things for your own community, because this president doing a whole bunch of shit for white people. But, but like, who? I don't know. North said, look at how they use David Cross to snake Nipsey, and now they own Nipsey Marathon rental estate. Y'all better learn PV and interest rates for future value if you want real money. I'm thinking we need to get better at that shit and stop thinking the struggle is goals. Larry says, stop being a victim. I feel like that. I feel like we need to, everybody makes money off of us. I told y'all half the, y'all know I do the digital media, but I also do my imports. That's why I'm going to get the MBA. But how the hell did that start? How? I told y'all this story already, because when I travel to the continent and try to bring my shit over here, I have to go through a whole bunch of Caucasians to do it. Now, when I bring little stuff, but when I start bringing containers, hopefully next year I'll bring my first container, okay? But whatever. When I start bringing containers over here, niggas, with furniture from the motherland and selling it to black Americans, niggas gonna say, I sold out. because I'm trying, because I'm trying to bring shit over here, bypass the Caucasian middlemans, be my own freaking be my own custom broker and all of this. I gotta get the MBA and I gotta get my custom broker's license. Next year's gonna be crazy. Anyway, but because I want to sell for a profit and I'm not selling my shit and I won't sell my shit for 99 cents, would that mean I sold out? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Everybody gets paid. These people import trash. In my opinion, a lot of shit they bring over here is what they think of Black culture, not what actually Black people want and, would value. Because, we love some nice shit. That's who Black people are. We love some nice shit. They bring over a whole bunch of generic lame ass shit and we buy and we give them millions of fucking dollars. But the minute I do it, I got to sell it for 99 cents. Or else I'm a sellout. That's crazy. I don't know. I think it's crazy. I think it's a little crazy. I think we have to look at the bigger picture sometimes and understand that for us to evolve people, we have to get out of the struggle mindset sometimes and look at big picture. Big picture is important. We could look at the little details, yes, but we have to be able to look at the big picture and what's going to benefit us as a people 5, 10, 50 years from now. Because like I said, all of the things that Martin Luther King did and Malcolm X did, we still going through this shit right now. They children was struggling, still had to get donations to be able to survive. It's crazy. Hey Moni, why do some Black people praise thug rappers showing off money, buying cars, etc.? But when a Black person makes a move business-wise, they feel like we don't belong there. Moni, that's what I'm saying. People out here be praising freaking, what's his name? Mayweather. But they mad at Jay-Z. I don't understand. I really don't. I'm sure money is part of it, but representation matters. Our kids are these athletes. Thank you, Fruits. Representation matters. We need people in the here's. We always down here. The play always, we down here. But we need people up here too. We need people who are able to change the way the shit is from legislation down. I just said they are making white men a protective class. Why? Because they got that orange man in the White House. They move power. You got to move power from not only the down up, but from the bottom up, but from the top down as well, to be able to do something that's really going to change the world. We went and we got segregation and we struggle more. Ain't that a bitch? We had more money segregated as a people. We had more money. We had more businesses because we had nobody up here, right, who were able to make laws for our benefit. Nobody. People were married. People were happy because they got to sit in a restaurant, some Caucasian restaurant, instead of having legislation made. Y'all fighting for reparations right now instead of having reparations from back then. If we had people that were in these positions, we could have got this shit from back then. Now you look crazy. Neuro said, I think it's a good look. I don't know, guys. These are just my opinions. Now, y'all know you don't necessarily have to agree with me, but it's a conversation that we should have. So we're having it. Okay. I don't think people understand how corporations' chess games work. Power is not in their system. You got to do more research to understand this. That's true. Toya, I mean, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, and they don't broadcast it, but you can't find a paper trail. Are you saying somehow Colin just has a way to do things with no paper trail like a criminal? I don't know what y'all talking about. 11% of the population can't be represented equally everywhere. It's not mathematically possible. Quarterbacks are not generally black. There you go. That too. The players are players because they're not qualified to be owners. Well, we need people who are qualified to be owners, to be in those owners positions. Cap isn't even, Lord have mercy. See, I see Cap isn't even black. See, Lord. We are entitled to live life to its fullest, be great just like every other race, but we need to be mindful of our representatives. Get the man's history though. So who should represent us? Who? And do we need one representative? I think we need tons of different representatives in different, like I said, industries. Who should represent us though then? Because somebody's always going to find an issue with. Everyone is always going to find an issue with somebody. It's like the crab in a barrel shit. That's what it's like. It's like the crab in a barrel shit. Jay-Z makes money moves, but it is a move, no stagnation. They boycotted NFL, and now he has his foot in the door. He wouldn't have. I don't think he would have had it before. That system has chess game level. If you go in there just wanting money and helping blacks, the elite sharks waiting to checkmate dummies for lunch. Moni said nothing wrong with Kaepernick trying to secure his bag. It's not his responsibility to stick up for others. Yeah, well, multiple streams of income. Jay-Z has billions. Yes, he has an end game. All skin folk and kin folk. The only thing all black people have in common is ancestors from Africa. That's not enough to connect anyone. I don't agree with that. And that's why we can't get nowhere. That mentality, in my opinion, is why we can't get nowhere. That's why we can't get nowhere. That's exactly why we can't get nowhere, because of mentalities like that. Because white people don't see that shit like that at all. At all. They white. They rocking. They holding it down. Y'all bugging. Nothing is ever good enough for people. I think so, Fro. Nothing is ever good enough for us. Hey, Murphy, how are you? I think some black people make their money and scared to look back of losing their loot. I don't know if that's Jay-Z and Beyonce's situation right now. Beyonce got to a point where she was on some, oh, well, I don't have to make y'all pop culture music. I can make a whole HB, historically black college drum and band, make a whole album for black girls if I feel like it. And a whole bunch of white people were mad about it. I don't know what people want. I honestly don't know what people want sometimes. Hey, Tamiko. Hey, Miss Lottie. Thank you. Hey, Pamela. How are you, Pamela? He can help turn the organization around. Yeah, but people are upset at it. People are upset that a black businessman who has made $1 billion has found his way into the freaking NFL boardroom. They mad about it. They're mad about it. He made $1 billion in his own right. The NFL ain't have to give it to him in his own right. Nobody had to give it to him. He made it. He fucking did whatever fuck he had to do to make it pop. So he from the fucking streets of Brooklyn. He like 2 miles that way. He from like 2 miles that way from the fucking projects. And he made it. And people are still mad. Like, what do you think he's going to do? Like, I don't understand. What do you think he's going to do? Tree said, okay, I'm late, but I'm at work. He's a sellout to his people, but the man is capitalistic. So that means he's about his money. Al and Jesse is known for him making backroom deals on Us in a Room. Hey, Gladys, how are you? Gladys says the system can only be changed by an entire breakdown or revolution. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Most black people are too scared and are too minds are too enslaved to even, stop eating Chick-fil-A, let alone have a revolution. Too much black people, in my opinion, like to separate each other from each other. We got a problem with the Africans. We got a problem with the Black Americans. We got a problem with the Caribbeans. We got a problem with the Afro-Latinas. We got a problem with everybody. White people don't do that shit, boy. There was a stabbing on church. It was apparently a crock pot at Nostrand Avenue on the A train. They thought it was a bomb. And the first thing I thought to my head, the damn gentrifiers. Because if it wasn't if it was still all black, there would be no crock pots here. It's a black neighborhood. It's about the cash, period. Oh, Jovi. That's why they treat our culture the way they do. We can't be bored. They do this all the time. They get a popular black and buy them, so others will follow. Kanye also sellouts. Okay, Candace. So I need to know what y'all. I need to know what are your suggestions, because y'all say, but why him and why? Because, he made $1 billion. He worked for himself and he made that by himself. Nobody handed it to him. So then who do you suggest? Because when we say Kaepernick, I have people up in here telling us that Kaepernick isn't even black. So who do you suggest to do it? Or to just complain about it in the barbershops and the beauty shops and on YouTube, but not actually do anything to change anything? Thank you, Gladys. Hey, Jamon. Hey, Ledford, how are you, boo? Wait, what? What's up with Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A is just like Chick-fil-A, them come from the Klan people too, allegedly. Just like Papa John's Pizza. Y'all out here eating Papa John's Pizza because it's $5, and out here eating Chick-fil-A because the chicken just so good. Child, no. Like, so I need to know what are the answers, because it's just like, what are the alternatives? Give me a good alternative that's not, let's just complain about it and not actually anything about it. Who else made $1 billion? Who else is in a position to make a move like that? That we can say, what about them? Tell me somebody, anybody. Tell me somebody. Because you're going to have an issue with everybody. Everyone seems to have an issue with everybody. So I need some sort of options instead of just dragging each other down. Because then I feel like it looks like it's just we can't never figure it out, and we just gonna complain about it for another 200 fucking years, and ain't ever gonna make any progress. Ain't never gonna make any progress because we just too busy, again, tearing each other down like fucking crabs in a barrel. Like I said, we mad at the Black Americans, right? We mad at the Africans. We mad at the fucking Caribbean people. We mad at every fucking body. Like, what the fuck? So who? Lydia said, nothing is wrong with power. Power is leverage. That's how I feel. I feel like power is leverage. When you have power, you can make moves. When you don't have power, you can't do shit but bitch about it on Twitter. Some people go crazy with too much power. That is true too. Use your power to do positive things. That is true. That is very true too. He said, say it again, Black people ain't ready. But when are we gonna be ready? We have to do something, or else again, we just gonna be complaining, but ain't never going, you talk a lot of shit, but you ain't never gonna do shit. That's like a bitch who always running her fucking mouth but ain't ever gonna do shit. Like, bitch, you get no respect. All you doing is talking shit over there in the corner. But you ain't ever gonna make no power moves to be able to do something to actually affect change. Fruit said money, power, respect is the key to life. It's true. Well, shit. We ain't got no power and we ain't got no respect, and we got all the money, but we hand it over to everybody else. Candle said the first thing my Black culture needs to do is stop idolizing these singers and rappers like they're gods and queens. They're foolish thinking. It's sad that we have nothing other to inspire us. Well, we're not talking about idolization, baby, but I'm asking about options. I think anybody who is a fan or like a fangirl of Cardi, or Barbie or any of them shits is after like the age of 21 is kind of lame. So you can appreciate the music, but I don't know. I want to answer. If you're not doing your part to win, you should have no opinion on a person that is winning. It's kind of making sense to me. Right. So how are we going to change the situation? Jay-Z, please answer the question. Don't fussy foot around it. Yeah. And let's give it a little bit. Let's give it a little bit to see what the fuck happened. This should happen yesterday. And already we dragging him for filth. It was announced yesterday and we dragging this man for filth. Hey, Ramona. Mr. Thomas, why hormone? Because you ain't been here in a minute, Mr. Thomas. Y'all low-key need to stop basing your lives off of what people think of you. Let it go. Child, who knows? Jay-Z said it himself. Money, power, respect. If you don't have no money, power, respect, you can't help your people. You can't, like, shit. Look at Africa. They got all the money. They don't got no power. And because of that, they don't have no respect. They're trying to change that. And they have to be able to change that. We have to be able to change that globally, or else ain't shit gonna happen. Ain't shit gonna change. Like I said, we have to be able to be in every industry, every country, be able to have power. Look at these Asians. These Asians, boy, you can't do shit to no Asian without China coming for your neck, no matter where you live. No matter where you live. Asians don't even vote, but they got more power than us. Why? Because they stick together and they know that money is power. But we get mad at a nigga who want to make money. We get mad at the boy who studies at school. We want to fuck around again. We want to fuck around with Pookie and Ray Ray and make fun of the dude who gets all A's in school and got a scholarship to college. We won't fuck with him, but we'll fuck with this dumbass Pookie and Ray Ray though. OMG Harley, I know you're a white person, so you should probably get off the page. I'm not going to engage. So, yeah. I'm sharing you out loud on my channel. Oh, thank you. Ledford knows how to make me blush, boy. Jefferson said ADOS always treated Africans with love, but not in return. Jefferson, I love you, boo, but no. We all do that. Africans do that. Black Americans do that. Black Americans be shading the fuck out of Africans. Let's not do that. Black Americans be shading the fuck out of people from the Caribbean. Everybody want to feel, but again, it's not everybody in our culture, just like it's not everybody in their culture, just like it's not everybody, we can't always, when we focus on when we focus on the few who do fuck shit, how do we like, in my opinion, I've said this previously, I don't think that ADOS will be able to get reparations without the backing of the people in the Caribbean and them going for reparations at the same damn time, without the backing of every fucking country in Africa. If you don't have people backing you, you have no power. They stood up in our freaking Senate or sat down and basically laughed at you. They laughed at you for wanting reparations for building this fucking country. This whole side of the Americas, from the top to bottom, we built it. They laughed at you because you have no power. When really, in my opinion, it should have been Black Americans from the United States, from the Caribbeans, from the freaking Latin American countries, from freaking in the freaking UK. If we don't stand together, you'll fall. We'll fall and we'll never get anywhere. You won't get anywhere. That's how I feel. Stop fighting amongst ourselves as human beings. Agree to disagree and come together with, man. Mahogany surgery for what? Yeah, Mahogany is having some situations. Good morning. Doing okay. Just been out here trying to secure the bag. We all, yeah, we trying to make a way for ourselves and our children so we can level the fuck up and have power in this world, boy. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm talking about she's super black. She's super something. Mo, let us worry, not UK. Want to pay in cash. Hold up. I want to get a car and do more traveling. Yes, please travel, because this place sucks. Let's get out, see the world, and we won't be so stuck in the ignorance that white people told us that we should believe. Because a lot of the shit, when people say things, it's very Caucasian of them. It's very Caucasian. Travel, see the world, get out of your own. Some people have never left, fuck their country, their state, their city, or their fucking county. And those be the ones with the most shit to say. You know how they say, like, the hoteps ain't never really been nowhere. They just repeating a lot of shit that they read from pamphlets and telling us how things go in the world, but they ain't never been around the world. It's crazy. She said Africans don't like Black Americans. I don't believe that, but okay. You can feel how you want to feel. But again, we don't, this channel, we don't have separation of church and state. We understand that we are all Black, and without each other, we can't get nowhere. Just like the Caucasians understand that. But, the Asians understand that. No matter how long and far, and many generations removed the Asian is from China or whatever, they still know where it is and where they come from, and they still hold it down. So I don't, all that other stuff, I guess, if that's how you feel, that's great. That's great. It's my cousin was murdered on Saturday, and I have to go to the wake. I'm sorry, Ramona. gosh. We out here killing each other and shit. When we should be out here fucking, don't even get me started, but we out here killing each other. But y'all want to argue about Caribbean people and Africans. Look, Caribbean people talk negatively about ADOS. ADOS talks negatively about Caribbean people. Like they both do this. Everybody does this, and we're in my opinion, we're never gonna get nowhere with that mindset. That's why we can't get nowhere right now. Because I have traveled to many places, but I'm ready to see the world, and I'm tired of waiting. It's time to do it. It's time to do it. Live your life, girl. Live your best life, child. I keep telling y'all. Gladys said, I hope Jay-Z launches on League one day. I hope so too. He's under the bed. Toya, he's under the bed. Lolly was like, why are we up so early? Because y'all know normally I would probably still just be getting out of bed. We've been up, school started for us. So we've been up since like 5:30 this morning. Lolly is just like, the fuck? He went back up underneath that bed and he is asleep. Diamond said, as a Southern white woman, I love Jovi and agree with 95% of everything she says and stands for. I'll never understand the struggle, but I'm truly trying to educate myself. All love. Wish you the very best, my sister. Wish y'all, yeah. So true in Africans. I got a video dropping tomorrow. Gladys and y'all will really enjoy it. See, I think differently. I don't go by race or color. People are people. Yeah, I know. All right, y'all. So we're gonna be out of here now. I'm coming back later, but I guess we're back to the early morning lives, boy. Because like I said, my daughter's back in school, so I be up at early. I be up at early. So I get, we're back at it. I think my hot girl summer might be over. I'm not too sure, but I think this might be the last. I'm going up on the last weekend because like I said, I can't be hot girl summering when I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning. So, is this LA 80s baby said, is this an ADOS channel or not? No, this is a black channel. We support all black people over here. I don't degrade Black Americans. I don't degrade Africans. I don't degrade Caribbeans. I don't degrade Black men. I don't degrade Black women. This channel is all about how we as a culture, because we're all one, okay? I know how y'all may feel. Y'all like to separate us. I don't separate us over here. We are about how we can do better. Because like I said, I personally don't feel like one section of Black people are going to get somewhere without everybody getting there at once. They'll never allow it. But, LA baby, we don't give a shit. Thank you, Moni, for sending us out. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Brandy, we about to go. But thank you for coming. We about to go. All one. That sounds a bit communist. Says the person who looked like white people are all one. White people out here murdering y'all to keep their white power and their race alive, whether it's Black, whether it's a white person from America or a white person from fucking France or a white person from Australia. They lynching y'all niggas. He's a proud, Sean King explained it best. He's a proud capitalist. It's true. Traveling is the best way to expand. Hey, Seven, how are you? I don't really care about your race. So I'm out. Moni already sent us out. So I don't care about your race. Bruh, anybody could be here. But I'm not going to change our opinions, or my opinion, really, to make other people feel better or to not offend certain people. Nobody changes their opinions to not offend us. I don't. Anyway, I'm done. As always, I hope you live your life like it's golden. because there's no other way to live it.